Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. What is URS? How URS is written? What are the components of URS and who is eligible to write a URS? All these are the questions which will be answered in this video. So if you are new to my channel, first of all press the subscribe button and let's start our video. What is URS? What is URS? URS is basically user requirement specifications. URS is very important written document which is prepared in pharmaceutical industries for purchasing any equipment, device or instrument. As the name indicates, user requirement specifications mean URS includes all the specifications which are required by the client. Mean if we want to purchase an equipment, for example rapid mixing granulator, and we are asked to prepare its URS will contain all the specifications from very minor to very complex, mean starting from its product charging system till its number of RPM, its design, its material of constructions, its number of blades, everything which we need for RMG, for manufacturing products in pharmaceutical industries will be recorded in URS, and this URS will be delivered to the manufacturer of that equipment. So this was what is the URS. I will try to elaborate URS by a routine life example. Suppose any one of you want to purchase a mobile phone. First of all, you must think which type of RAM you required, mean what will be the memory of RAM, what will be the memory of mobile phone, means storage memory, what will be the resolution of camera, fingerprint availability, face detection sensor availability. All these specifications are those predefined specifications on the basis of which you select a mobile phone. Suppose you want to purchase 8 GB mobile phone with 128 GB storage. So if the shopkeeper give you a 4 GB mobile with 64 GB storage memory, you will not accept this mobile phone because you want to adhere with your specifications. In the same manner, whenever we want to purchase any equipment in pharmaceutical industries, we define its requirements and specifications, and after the manufacturing of that equipment and delivery to the plant, we accept that equipment in those cases where our specifications meet with URS. So importance of URS, basically URS is a written evidence for the manufacturer containing all the specifications. It binds the manufacturer of that equipment to prepare exactly the same equipment which we have mentioned in the URS. It is an agreement between the client and manufacturer, and it summarizes all the requirements of client for the manufacturer. And when the equipment is manufactured, during FAT, mean factory acceptance test, the client use same URS to verify all the specifications which he was predefined in the URS, and if all the specifications requirements are present in that equipment, the FAT is approved or passed and the equipment is delivered to the site or factory. The most important point is who will write URS. Basically URS should be written by an expert or end user of that equipment, because if URS is not prepared by an expert person who is fully aware of that equipment, there may be many deficiencies in the requirements, and when the equipment will be delivered, many functions will be not according to the user requirement. So the URS must always be written by the end user. Mean if I want to purchase the RMG or rapid mixing granulator, must consult with the production departmental head, production manager, production pharmacist and production manufacturing supervisor for the requirement of RMG. And if the person who is preparing the URS is not aware of that equipment, he must discuss and consult all the points with these professionals, and then this must be discussed with the environmental safety head and the engineering head. The next one is the components of URS. A good URS consists of following components: introductory page where name of equipment is mentioned, name of pharma is mentioned. Next one is the objective of URS, mean what is the objective of URS. Next one is the scope of URS, mean what is the scope of URS. Usually the URS scope is regarding the design and construction, installation and commissioning, and later on training to the staff. The next one is the responsibilities. In responsibility part, we define the responsibilities for client and manufacturer. Like the client will be responsible to perform the FAT, and manufacturer will provide basic pre-trainings to the professionals on drawings of the equipment, its dimensions, its material of constructions, its installation procedures and its basic working. The next one is equipment description. In this part we mention brief description of the equipment for which we are using this equipment. Next one is the technical requirements. In technical requirement we mention all the requirements in detail. Mean we mention capacity. Suppose we are going to manufacture URS for rapid mixing granulator, we will mention its capacity. We will mention the requirement of MOC, material construction, number of blades in choppers, charging mechanism, discharging mechanism. We will discuss each component, even which type of lid you required. You need installation of light, you need installation of viewport or not. All these are mentioned in URS, because if you do not mention anything in URS, you will not get in your equipment. So technical requirement portion is filled with great care and consulting with all the stakeholders. You will also mention the transfer pipes material, its dimensions, its size. Regarding the wet mill, you mention all about the wet mill, which type of wet mill you required, RPMs of the wet mill, RPM of the impeller, RPM of the chopper. All these things are basically mentioned in technical requirements. Next one is details of utilities. Mean in this we mention the details regarding the utilities like compressed air type utilities. Next one is calibration components, which type of components in the RMG required to be calibrated, like air gauges, ampere meter, voltmeter type instruments. Next one is the installation of alarm and safety features like air purging system, open lid alarm system. Which type of alarms and safety features you need, you must mention in your URS. Next one is FAT procedure. In this component we define how the FAT will be conducted. I have given the link of sample URS in the description. You can read complete URS, how each part is elaborated. You can read all these information from the article. Next one is the required documents. Which type of documents are required by the client from the manufacturer, like installation, qualification, performance, equipments, and various manuals of the equipments. Next one is the compliance and data record, mean which type of compliance regarding data integrity you need is mentioned in this portion. In the next portion you mention regarding the training which will be provided by the manufacturer to the staff. Next one is the guarantee. In this portion we mention the years or number of years for the guarantee. And next one is the URS approval. At the end the various signs are mentioned from the departmental heads like production head, engineering head, and director technicals, because these are those individuals which read this URS thoroughly and then sign it for the final approval. So I hope you are now familiar with the URS, what is user requirement specifications or URS. If you have any confusion you can ask in the comment box, and if you like the video share it to others. And till the next video, Allah Hafiz.